So, sitting out on the porch in the rocker. So, if I start doing this, make you seasick, I'm sorry. I will try not to do that. But it's too beautiful not to be outside. So, get up this morning, have a friend that was doing a free car wash for mamas at a local church. He joined forces with a local church. And like a car wash is great. I can always use a car wash. I'm not real good at keeping my car all that clean, at least on the outside, right? But when I said local church, to me, that local was still a 30-minute drive. So it wasn't that I was desperate for a free car wash. So I went. I went to support my friend. His name is Raymond Brock. Humble Living. He's a life coach and inspirational speaker. And he exists just to love people. I'm telling you, he's such an example. He's such a good man. I'm so proud to have gotten to know him. But I didn't go over there because I needed a car wash. I went over there to support my brother, right? And I get there, and you know what? Tim and I were the only white people on the property. And I didn't even think about that at the time, but Brock, I call him Brock. He brought up the fact how he's excited for our new friendship because our difference in color. There's so much that we as people need to get over. And the color of our skin is one of them. You know what I mean? So, we're talking about it and excited about some of the potential and the possibilities of our friendship and how we can just really kind of link arms and go forward and show people what it is to love, regardless, right? It doesn't matter what color of the skin. It doesn't matter what religious belief, what background, what culture, what sexual orientation, what side of the tracks they're born on, what, how much money they make. It doesn't matter. Our job is to love. So I just left feeling all excited. Got a free car wash, got a breakfast sandwich, got to meet my friend, and got to just really be encouraged and reminded of the opportunity to love regardless. So then we get home. I'm out in the backyard with my dogs and my chickens, and they're just together. So same dog, one of them, not too long ago, well, a few years ago, killed chickens, my chickens. And so over time, I worked with her like that's not okay. That's not okay. I know it's natural instinct. I get that. It's all natural. But I don't want my animals to just be natural. And so I work with them. And so over time, I'd give her a little more time with the chickens and teach her and instruct her. And now she's out there laying with the chickens. So much to learn. Just a little shift in the way we think. And we can all of a sudden have relationships with others that once may have been our enemies. Doesn't matter. We show love regardless. Then I went out to feed my horse, and I love my horse, right? You know that. I love Brutus. I go out to feed him, and I was so excited to see him. I just went up to him like he's one of my girlfriends. Well, you don't really do that with horses. I didn't stop to remind myself to think like the horse does. I shouldn't have approached him like girlfriends would approach each other. I should have approached him like a horse would approach, right? And so what am I saying there? I'm saying like if there is a barrier or something between you and an individual or a group of people, figure out how to cross that barrier. So I had to stop for a second. I went at him too fast. He kind of jumped a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Brute. Let me stop. That's right. This is how you want to be loved. So if you don't know how to cross that barrier, I encourage you to ask questions and to study them. If you're concerned that you don't know how to hang out with someone of another color, ask questions of those people. Study them, right? That doesn't mean, okay, so let's go back. Here's a hot one, the sexual orientation thing. Regardless of what their belief is and what your belief is and your preferences and their gender and your gender, plain and simple, we're still supposed to love. But how are we going to do that if we feel uncomfortable because we don't understand or we don't agree? You can still love. Ask questions. Hang out with them. Study them. Give them the opportunity. You may never agree or fully understand, but the fact that you've taken the time to try to understand where they're coming from, it will just cross those barriers. It doesn't matter if if I use Young Living oils and I've got a friend who uses doTERRA oils. I can still love, right? My drink here, this is Herbalife tea and Young Living Ningxia Red. 2 different companies, but tastes good together. So learn how to cross those barriers. Learn how to love. John 13:35 says the world will know that we're His when we love each other. And 1 John 4:7 says, let's love each other because love comes from God. And 1 Thessalonians 3:12, may the Lord make your love for one another grow and overflow. Whatever the barrier is, cross it. Cross it.